Your agent is.
So I gathered.
Can you talk to her?
I can try. Oh, don't go just yet, John. I need support.
Well,
hello, Kathy?
I was just wondering if you're working.
No, I'm not working.
When do you think you will be, Louise?
Oh, for heaven's sake, Kathy, don't you know anything about my habits after all these years?
Well, I just thought...
But you didn't. You didn't think at all. You know perfectly well I can't put a word on paper until the whole thing suddenly takes shape in my mind. Till that happens, I'm helpless as a baby.
Well, when do you think something will take shape?
Oh, how do I know? I can't plan to have it take shape, you know. I can't command it to take shape. I can't just trick it or seduce it or bribe it. I can't...
All right, Louise. I understand.
Well, then why do you insist?
I thought you might like to know that Benita Barlow has just been given $1 million advance.
What?
On her next book.
Benita Barlow got $1 million advance?
Yes, she did.
Thanks for calling. How about that? How about that? That overdressed, overblown frump, that no talent Benita Barlow has just...
I know, I heard.
$1 million. $1 million.
You're better than she is, Louise. You're much better.
I know that I'm better. I know that.
You're the best, Louise.
I know I'm the best. But do those nincompoop publishers know it? No, all they know is Benita Barlow. So she gets all the advertising, she gets the interviews, she gets all the fanfare, all the whoop-de-doo. I could kill that woman.
Oh, now, darling, you don't mean that.
I do mean it. I could kill her. Trouble is, she's in England, and I'm here. Then, it happened. The idea for my next book sprang into my head, full-blown, the way it had always done before. Oh, what a joy, what a relief. After months of sterility, I was ready to write again. In 10 days, my public would have what they awaited so breathlessly. I could scarcely wait to tell John. It'll be all about a beautiful black woman and a white man and their enduring love for each other.
Do we know any black women, Louise?
Oh, that's beside the point. I can fantasize it. I can fantasize anything.
Of course you can.
I shall call it, Dark Luster.
Good title.
All right, now, John, you know what you have to do. I must have 10 full days completed. I shall shut myself in my room. Now, you know how it goes. We've been through this before.
Yes,
now,
Louise.
you will stay home. You'll have to cook your own meals.
Well, that part's all right,
You'll
yes.
eat them by yourself.
Yes, but you
will
know...
sit by the window, the way you always have, to stop anyone who comes to the door. Now, you will have to hold the phone in your lap, so you can answer it the second it starts to ring. Oh, and if that dog down the block starts to bark, you will silence it. And if the people next door play those awful records, you will make them stop.
But, Louise...
Oh, it will be heavenly.
Shall I answer it?
No, I'll take it. This one last time. The last call I take for 10 delicious days. Hello?
Louise, this is Kathy.
Kathy, the most beautiful thing has happened.
Louise?
I am starting a new book. You're the last person I'll speak to for 10 whole days. Then you will have the completed manuscript.
Louise, I'm
It's going to be called Dark Luster.
Louise, have you heard about Benita Barlow?
It's all about this one.
Louise,
Huh.
Benita Barlow is very ill. Very, very ill.
Oh? Is she?
It's a very rare disease. And always fatal. She can't live long.
Is that so?
I just thought I should tell you. Well, good luck with the book. I'll be hearing from you.
In 10 days. Precisely. Huh. Benita Barlow's come down with some strange sort of disease. It's terminal. The news about Benita Barlow made hardly any impression on me at all. The concept for my new novel was burgeoning within me, and I could scarcely wait to begin again. I wrote feverishly. The words leapt onto the page. My fingers could barely keep up with the racing of my brain. For 9 full days, I wrote, only taking time for an hour or two of sleep here and there, now and then. And even as I slept, the blessed words ran pell-mell through my mind. Then, on the 10th day, stop! Banging on that door. John, for pity's sake, will you make it stop?
Is anybody home?
John, will you make him go away? John, go to the door, John!
Oh, please, there's someone home.
Who in the world is that? You down there! You at the door, will you go away?
I just...
You are doing a terrible thing. You are interrupting an act of creation. You are a dreadful, ignorant person. A desecrator, a vandal, a profaner on the altar of art. Look, you dreadful man, you don't deserve to live. I slammed down the window, trembling with rage. That creep, that ignorant, selfish, stubborn, exhausted, drained. After a while, I heard the outside door open. Who could it be but John? My loyal, devoted husband, who had promised to defend me against such intrusions. Shaking with anger, I went downstairs. John was just coming in. And where, if you would be so kind as to tell me, have you been?
Why, at the office, Louise.
At the office. At the office. While I was draining the blood from my veins to finish my novel, my masterpiece, while I was 40 pages from the ending, you were at the office.
Well, there was so much work to do.
Work? You call what you do work?
Well, tax return.
You know very well that for these 10 days your work was here, to silence the phone, to drive away callers, to keep that dog from barking, to make those people stop playing their dreadful rock and roll. Well, you know what you've done now, don't you?
Louise.
You have ruined my novel. That's what you've done. It's dead. It's finished. It's over.
Please.
I am going upstairs and tear it to shreds. Then I shall burn it.
Writers are indeed strange creatures with strange habits of work. What suits one will not do for another. Some write longhand, others type. Some work early in the morning, others only late at night. Some pace the floor, others sit and meditate. Some compose rapidly, others with infinite slowness. Yes, writers are strange. Quite as strange as the rest of us. I'll be back shortly with Act 2. Have you driven at night past houses lighted from within, perhaps brightly enough to make visible the figures of the inhabitants? Have you tried to imagine what they were doing, what they were saying or not saying, what they were feeling or not feeling? I wonder what you would have imagined had you seen the persons of John and Louise Bates as they confronted each other on a certain singular night.
Taking credit for something you couldn't help. You're just being arrogant.
Arrogant? Me?
It's Louise.
Louise? What about Louise?
First Benita Barlow, now this Stephen Bennett. Both dead.
But Louise didn't know either one of them.
That doesn't mean a thing. Not when you have the capacity for evil. The evil eye.
The what?
I'm sure you've heard of it, the evil eye.
Yeah, I've heard of it, but well, what is it?
It is the power to destroy whatever stands in your way.
Oh, no,
Oh, yes.
Kathy, you mean Louise can... You mean she can destroy people?
Well, she has done it, hasn't she?
On purpose?
I don't know. I don't know precisely how it works. I wish I did.
So what do I mean, what am I supposed to do?
I'm not sure. Let me think.
I mean, what if she decides to destroy me? Or you?
That is what I'm thinking about. Look, John, you said she didn't destroy her book.
Right after you called about Benita Barlow, she said maybe she wouldn't.
You have got to insist that she finish it.
Insist?
She must have felt such a great surge of power when she heard about Benita Barlow. Now, you tell her about Stephen Bennett. If we can direct all that psychic energy into her work, if she'll finish the book, who knows? Who knows what might happen?
I can tell you, my head was in a whirl. My wife had the evil eye? Louise? Louise had the evil eye? The power to do away with people if she didn't like them, if they interfered with her? I mean, well, it just seemed absurd, impossible. Still, Benita Barlow and Stephen Bennett? I mean, it did seem so odd and really horrible. But Kathy had said there might be hope if I could persuade Louise to finish her novel. Insist on it, she said. Me insist. I never insisted on anything in my whole life. Still, I could try. Louise, you didn't tear up your novel, did you?
Not yet.
Well, don't do it, Louise.
It's mine to do with whatever I choose.
No, now listen to me.
I prefer not to discuss it, John, if you don't mind.
But I do mind. I think we have to talk about it.
There's nothing to talk about.